Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves thinking today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
And a good job rallying to the front. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. First catch for him on this new season.
My guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Henry HOU. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play. And I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time.
39-yard line. Here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete.
Good contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
That's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. It's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground.
That is caught side of the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with.
Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans have their first lead of the new year. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
And I'll tell you what, you think back just a couple years ago. They swing for the fences, Mike. They do the blockbuster trade to get Stack. A little bit of a ditch trying to rebuild that roster that they mortgaged the future on. And I think what really gets your attention the most, for young defenders they have on that side of the ball, they're fast, they play physical. I think it's now turned into a little more of a defensive-led team, which is hard to believe when you're talking about an offense.
Second down and 5. They'll go again here with Williams. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And then not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And
now this looks like a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Stafford now to throw on first down. Crazy. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? because they got that screenplay. Still short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
It's another run here for Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks.
That clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that is incomplete.
Away with points on this drive.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-3.
In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. AFC.
Well, I'm with you, and I think after the promise of 2 years ago in C.J. Stroud and that great rookie season, DeMeco Ryans' year 1 as a head coach, the Texans, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that we saw in year past. So as that division continues to get better, they're not going to have the luxury of 6 games of C.J. Stroud. As C.J. Stroud develops, as he goes, the rest of that locker room and team, they're going to go right alongside him.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags.
Back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at. The motion man is Nakua. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That finds Nakua along the sideline.
But it really just results in a wasted down.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple.
Pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford.
He's made his play.
Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Stroud out to his right. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
All right.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's going to be incomplete.
Now with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. He is starting.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. On the give, this is Mixon, and he is crushed in the backfield. To throw is Stroud. That's caught! And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It is a big-time play for his 1st down and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. They'll get this right to the 20-yard line. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz.
All right.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And the Texans are going to be set up 1st and goal.
18.
They'll go play action with Stroud. That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Christian Kirk, touchdown Texans. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to...
The kick is good. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And he's got it at the 1. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom, looking up. It's pretty remarkable, but to your point, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. Bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs, and the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners, the Rams and Sean McVay, always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality at Seattle.
When those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense. If you're not good, they're going to score 30 on you. So it's a big challenge. It's not a division for the weak of heart. And
they'll throw once more. Here's Stafford to the left side, and Adams has it.
That he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved, and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll be out of bounds.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Stafford. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Colby Parkinson's touchdown Rams.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go.
He gets it to go, and the Rams are back within 4. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try and knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple years. So as bad as things feel with your Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier, #1 overall, got a big new contract, and we've seen him, the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he is going to have a Texans first down.
All right. 18. What's that?
On the handoff, it's Mixon. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
Play action game, and the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that
pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle.
Maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans first down. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, eh?
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Play down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Mixon trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up.
More shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
They look to run with Mixon, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Joe Mixon, touchdown, Houston.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and
he knocks it through, and the Texans are out to a 21. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This will be returned from the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Top of mind for you as we start 2025.
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rather single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense and fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
That one caught by Adams. Now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll get 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's got about 5 on. Ready. He'll try to run for it with Williams. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Rams first down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Atwell sent in motion here.
60.
2nd down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Injured player after the play, and that's Matthew Stafford, who is banged up. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
That's Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Devontae Adams make every catch. He can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky movement
and unique tie. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center, Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So
The motion man is Nakua. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he will not be able to turn upfield.
Partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Working out of the gun, Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Here comes Smith on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different?
Remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent
the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, if Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys
third down.
18, what's up?
Stroud to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And
it's beyond the sticks.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
Every time you get the ball, they're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This fielded at the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. As they begin this drive with first down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That one good for 26 yards.
6 yards. That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones. And we saw a great example of it here.
Here we go, shot. 18.
From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo. Sheldon Rankin working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
Clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Jimmy G working from the gun here. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And a good short tackle right there.
Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. A 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 33 yards.
In your neighborhood, he's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
18. That's it.
Now Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
Modest gain.
Swap. Another swap. Good.
Throwing is Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
A lot of space in the short game. Get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's
How? What's that? Hey. 18. What's that? Hey.
Stroud. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Christian Kirk, touchdown Texans. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener.
For the extra point.
It's up and through. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team heard that. So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't and move on to week 2.
Here we go. Shot.
Jimmy G now on second down. That is Kalen Bullock, the former USC Trojan. He comes in from the secondary to bring the quarterback down.
This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Garoppolo from the gun, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. It's going to bring, but this is going to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason. And all the way back in OTAs and the sprints, every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
And this will be a short game down to the 41-yard line.
All right.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. A good run there to the 34-yard line. That is a first down.
What's that?
On the ground, it's Mixon as we begin the fourth quarter. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
18. What's that?
He'll stay on the ground with Chubb. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening.
18. What's that?
On third down, they go with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
18. What's that?
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go.
What's that?
Handoff here, and it's Marks. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will add to their lead here in the fourth. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. Nothing there. He is.
118. What's that?
Here's Mixon. And he will get into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
He's got it, and the Texans will open it up even further. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This is taken in at the goal line. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. Play action now, it's Garoppolo. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Fuller.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Here we go. 118.
Give, running right. It is Mixon. And not much there.
118. What's that?
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That one just too far out in front, and it's
back, and I think that last one falls in that category, but the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds.
118. What's that?
On play action. Stroud. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Rams have it. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, LA.
And across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Oh, okay.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. Not much there. Maybe.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Forced out wide. And that is incomplete.
Just through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here comes a return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. See if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The motion man is Nakua. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be stacked up. And
Now on third down, does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
he's going to look deep for Adams. And this ball incomplete on third down.
But nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays, win the battle up front, and pick up a fresh set of downs.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
Let's go now. First down.
First down, it is Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone. First down and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Garoppolo. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a second down throw for Garoppolo. Down inside the 10. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Garoppolo. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defense. To the air again. Stafford. It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task.
The extra point from Hardy is good. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy,
Here we go. 18. What's up?
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage.
18. What's up?
Once again, it's Chubb. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And defensively, it's third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete.
Page, and now brings up fourth down.
And this is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1. At the Texans.
They run over center with Williams. There he goes, inside the 30. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Blue 60.
The motion man is Nacua. They'll run, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Rams. For Adams, it's career touchdown number 104. Third amongst active players, but his first as an LA Ram.
They've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Not just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
All right, good effort, just doesn't.
On the ground, it's Mixon, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll go right back to Mixon, and that won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard.
18. What's up?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. That is just short off the crossbar. Hit it as well as he could, but it's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
Steam there at the end. He ends up being denied by the crossbar.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Complete to Kyron Williams. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Out of the
6.
gun, Stafford.
49-yard line.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Kyron Williams. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That's taken in, and he's out of bounds. The tight end, Higbee. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now here's the spike, and they stop it with 22 seconds remaining. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is incomplete. Here.
Like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
18, what's that?
They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So it's a win here for the Texans. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign.